I want to report a robbery. I know how that sounds. I am sitting here in my chair, safe and warm. My house has not been broken into. My savings are still in the bank. The shirt on my back has not been taken. But make no mistake, I have been robbed, and this crime has been going on for 94 years. They did not steal my money. Money is just paper. You can always print more. They did not steal my car. A car is just metal that rusts. What was stolen from me is something that can never be returned. They stole my life. They stole the moments that never happened. The thief I am talking about did not wear a ski mask. He did not break a window in the middle of the night. He lived right here, inside the folds of my own brain. His name is fear, and he is the most successful liar in human history. Today, I'm 94 years old. My body is tired. I'm standing with one foot in the grave. And honestly, I do not have time to be polite anymore. I want to tell you the brutal truth about the monster that lives under your bed. I want to tell you how he tricked me out of half my life, so you do not let him trick you out of yours. Let me take you back in time. Let's go back to October 1962. You read about this in history books as the Cuban Missile Crisis. For the world, it was a political standoff. For me, it was my own private hell. The world stood frozen. Soviet missiles were in Cuba. America was in a panic. I was 32 years old then. I had a beautiful wife, Martha, and a son who had just learned to walk. I can still smell that October. It smelled of dry leaves and animal terror. I stopped sleeping. I would sit in my kitchen at 3 a.m, staring at the radio, waiting for the music to stop and the news anchor to say, "This is the end." I looked at my little boy playing on the carpet, and I wept, because in my head, I had already buried him. I played the movie of a nuclear war in my mind 1,000 times. I saw the flash. I felt the heat. I heard the screams. I stopped living. I went to work like a zombie. I stopped kissing my wife goodbye in the morning because I thought, what is the point if we are all going to burn? We had planned a vacation to the coast that year. We had saved for it for 2 years. I canceled it. I told Martha, why spend the money? The world is ending next week. I saw the light go out in her eyes. She wanted to live, but I was forcing her to prepare for death. And do you know what happened next? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. The politicians made a deal. The missiles were removed. The sun came up on Tuesday. Then, on Wednesday, the world kept spinning. But those 3 months of terror, no one ever gave them back to me. That vacation we didn't take, we never went. Life got in the way. Another baby, a new job, then Martha got sick. The moment was gone forever. I allowed the fear of an event that never happened to steal real happiness that was right in front of my face. Seneca was right when he said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." I dug a bunker in my mind and locked myself inside, while outside the sun was shining. But the fear of death is only one part of the trap. That is an animal instinct. There is a fear that is much more insidious, a fear that kills dreams quietly without any explosions. I am talking about the fear of looking stupid, the fear of other people's opinions. When I was 45, back in the mid-70s, I had an idea. I wanted to open a small shop repairing antique clocks. I loved mechanisms. I knew how to make an old heart beat again. I had a business plan. I found a location. I had the savings. But then, the thief in my head started whispering. He said, "Henry, are you crazy? What if you fail? What will your brothers say? He is a successful banker. He will laugh at you. What will the neighbors say when they see you closing down after a month? I imagine the shame. I imagine their smirks. I imagine them whispering behind my back at church on Sunday. And that imaginary whispering was so loud, it deafened me. I never opened a shop. I stayed working as an accountant. I hated the numbers. I hated that gray office with the flickering lights. But it was safe. In that gray office, nobody could laugh at me. Now, half a century later, I want to ask you a question. Where are those neighbors whose opinions I was so afraid of? They are dead. They are in the ground. And my brother, he passed away 15 years ago. And believe me, on his deathbed, he was not thinking about my failed clock shop. He was thinking about his own regrets. We build a prison out of other people's eyes. We wear masks to please people who do not even care about us. Please, listen to an old man. People do not care. It sounds harsh, but it is the most liberating truth in the world. They are not looking at you. They are looking in the mirror. They are too busy worrying about their own pimples, their own debts, their own unhappy marriages. You are afraid of the judgment of ghosts. You're letting the opinions of people you don't even like control your one and only life. Now, you might be thinking, well, Henry, that was the 20th century. Things are different now. You are right. Things are different. They are worse. In my time, to find fear, I had to buy a newspaper or turn on the radio. I had breaks. I had moments of silence. You do not have breaks. You carry your fear in your pocket, that black rectangle you stare at all day. It is a needle with poison. Every morning you wake up and inject yourself with a dose of anxiety. You see perfect lives on Instagram, and you are terrified that your life is not good enough. You read news about wars, viruses, and economic collapse, and you are terrified of the future. You see 20-year-old millionaires, and you are terrified that you are a failure. Your brain did not evolve for this. Your poor brain thinks every notification is a saber-toothed tiger in the bushes. You are living in a state of chronic inflammation of the soul. You do not breathe deeply anymore. You vibrate with cortisol. You call it staying informed. I call it slow suicide. Are you afraid of missing out on something important in the news feed? Let me tell you what you are actually missing out on. You are missing the taste of your morning coffee. You are missing the way the wind feels in your hair. You are missing the silence. You are trading the gold of the present moment for the garbage of digital noise. I cannot get my 94 years back. The thief has taken them, but I can help you save yours. How do you kill the thief? How do you stop shaking and start living? I have found 3 cures. They are bitter medicine, but they work. Cure number 1. Ask the question. And then what? The Stoics taught us not to run from fear, but to walk through it. You are afraid of losing your job? Do not push the thought away. Stop. Invite it in for tea. Okay, I lost my job. And then what? Will I starve to death? No. Will I live under a bridge? Unlikely. Will I have to cut expenses? Yes. Will I be embarrassed? Maybe. Will I find another job eventually? Absolutely. When you shine a flashlight into the dark room, the monsters turn out to be just a pile of old laundry. Fear lives in the fog of the unknown. Specifics kill it. Ask, and then what? And you will see that the catastrophe is survivable. Cure number 2, the view from above. When anxiety is choking you, imagine you are floating up above your city. Go higher. through the clouds, into space. Look down. Your office, your boss, your debt, your awkward moment at the party. From the height of space, they are invisible. The Earth is 4 billion years old. Your life is a spark that lasts for half a second. In 100 years, nobody will remember your name. Nobody will remember your mistakes. Nobody will remember your bank account. This should not scare you. This should set you free. If we are all going to disappear anyway, why not take the risk? Why not ask her to dance? Why not start that business? Why not write that book? You have nothing to lose. We are all bankrupt in the face of eternity. Cure number 3, action. Fear is paralysis. The only antidote is movement. Fear always sits in a waiting room. The moment you walk onto the stage, it disappears. Are you scared to make that phone call? Dial the numbers while your hands are shaking. Are you scared to go to the gym? Go there, scared and sweating? Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is being terrified to death and saddling the horse anyway. Take a step, any step, just move. I am 94. The screen is going to go black for me very soon. I look back at my life, and I do not regret the times I failed. I fell down. I scraped my knees. I looked foolish. And those were the best moments. That was living. I only regret what I did not do. The words I didn't say. The doors I didn't open. The roads I didn't walk down. The thief in my head whispered, "Careful, Henry, it's dangerous out there." And I listened to him. Please, do not listen to him. Your safety is an illusion. Your comfort is a cage. Out there, on the other side of your fear, is everything you have ever dreamed of. Love, freedom, meaning, peace. It is all waiting for you. But you have to walk through the smoke. Wake up. The monster does not exist. The door is not locked. Push it open and start living before the screen goes black.